I bet you didn't know that your 2007 through 2013 GM vehicle does not have an in-cabin air filter. Yes, it doesn't have one. I know, it's crazy. The reason why there's no filter is because, well, GM's cheap. They wanted to cut down production costs and they figured it wasn't really needed. It's gonna allow any sort of debris, dirt, pollen, smells, molds, mildews, everything just go throughout your HVAC system. And there's nothing you can do about it unless you retrofit yourself a new filter in. So what they did was they designed a kit, a retrofit kit that allows you to personally install an in-cabin air filter on your vehicle. And that's the kit we bought, and that's what we're gonna be installing today, and we're gonna take you along for the ride. Okay, these are the things you're gonna need. You're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver, carpet cutter, preferably with a new blade, 1/4" drive ratchet. You can use a 3/8 drive if you want. Extension, a 9/32, or a 7mm, it doesn't matter. In-cabin air filter cover, I got on Amazon for like $8. Tons of options, all cheap. You can get a Delco one if you want. O'Reilly's sells it, but it was like $50. So you have to cut out the HVAC box, which I'll show you in a second. And then you put the filter in there and this will clip in and bolt in. And here's the cabin air filter. It's a part number in case you needed it. We went with the Delco one because the Wix one was just, it was a little flimsy. Come in a sealed package, which is always nice. And it's the charcoal one, so it should help a lot with smells, just in case there is any. Now we can go get this installed once I figure out which way the airflow goes. Oh, here it is. Here's our 2007 Chevy Silverado 1500. That's the Vortec Max one, so it's the, you know, the heavy duty. Okay, to get to your in-cabin air filter, it's going to be behind this cover. To take this cover off, it's going to be either a 7mm or 9/32 socket. I use a deep well. There will be a bolt right here. There's one right here. Back here there's one. You can feel it. You can't see it though. And then behind this cover, there will be a bolt right here. And we take out all 4 of those bolts, and then this cover will come off and we can see the HVAC system, and we will be able to install that cabin air filter. There's one screw. Okay. Now the 2 that are back here, the one that's back there is not too bad to get, but this one right here is a real pain in the backside. So this one is the one that takes the longest to do. So I'm going to do that one off camera because it's probably going to take me 10 minutes just to get that bolt out by itself. And now we got all those bolts out. I'll just drop and yummy. Okay, so needless to say, that's got to get cleaned before it goes back in. That's not wet, it's shiny though, it's black. I don't know what that's all about. So now that's out. And this is where the retrofit kit is going to install, right here. As you can see, there's a spot here that we have to follow and cut out. And we'll cut that out with a carpet knife. And then the cabin air filter is going to go in this slot. And then that door will attach back here into this slot. And then close over this and bolt into this hole. Now here's the fun part. You got to cut along this seam. And it's not going to be easy. That's why I recommended a new blade. But yeah, you got to cut along this seam. And it's probably going to take you a couple passes to get it. But you go. And then you hopefully not break stuff. Ooh. All those sounds means that it's working. Let's try 2 hands here. Maybe we can have a little bit more control. Or you can just cut out the side, you know, whatever works. I think I just did. Yeah, I did. So I wouldn't recommend going away from you. Very slow and steady. Yeah, definitely don't recommend going fast with this. These corners are a nightmare. Anybody does this better be flexible. If you're not flexible, then you're gonna have a problem doing this. Just that little corner. There we go. The the back part's a nightmare, but we got it. There we go. It's off. Now if we look in there, there's definitely some debris. Not a lot, but see, leaves and whatnot. I don't know what you guys are gonna be able to see it. Look at all that. All that grating is plugged. That's all the debris that's not getting filtered out. Sorry for the shaking. None of that's getting filtered out. That's all in there, and it's plugging those grates, which obviously is going to make my heater, everything work harder. My blower motor is going to work harder because it's trying to force air through a bunch of plugged grates. So we're going to get that cleaned out too. Let's get this out. There's like chunks that's coming off. Now you got to be careful when doing this. You do not want to dent and damage these baffles. Otherwise you're not going to be able to circulate air, obviously. We're being gentle with it, but it's hard chunks that's in here. Now we got that all cleaned up. Well, you're going to be able to see it. Try to get a light on it. So that's a lot better. I got damaged a couple fins up front, but that's fine. Now air will actually be able to circulate past the heater core. I wind up trimming all this a little smoother, a little neater. That way I don't have all the sharp edges on it. So hopefully it'll be good. And now this, it doesn't show which direction for airflow. So I'm gonna put it in with this plastic piece facing the back here, facing the heater core, just because I don't think that the fins for this should be resting directly up against the heater core, and that's raised a little bit. So I'll sit with this side facing the heater core. So I'll put it in with all these areas facing this way. So get that sitting there. It is a very tight squeeze. So I don't know. Little bits at a time, I guess. There we go. All right, nice and good. It went all the way up in there too. You can see it. It's all in there. I'll put this cover on. Nice and tight. Locked in there. In there. Looks great. I just got to put this main cover back on and we're good to go. All right, now that's in there. Now I do want to point out that the first time you turn on the blower motor or the fan after installing this kit, you're going to get some debris that blows out the vents. That's normal. When we cut that HVAC box open, there was a lot of debris in there. We had to clean some of it out. There's still going to be some left in the system. So when you turn that fan on, it will blow some out, but it should clear up. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking or subscribing. Hopefully this helped you out. And until next time, take care.